Yesterday, the Minnesota Fighting Vikings general manager Kwesi adofo-mensah and head coach Kevin O'Connell met with the local media jackals season-ending press conference, and Kevin O'Connell was very wishy-washy, non-committal about the future of Ed Donatel. He didn't say that he was going to be back, but also he didn't say he was going to be gone. He basically said, we're going to go back and take a look at the tape and evaluate and all that stuff. But finally, Thursday evening, got our answer. Ed Donatel has been fired as defensive coordinator of the Vikings after one season, even though it should have been after a handful of games or mid-season at several points. It is what it is. And picture says 1,000 words, and you could say, yes, that the defensive talent cupboards have been bare for the last couple of years. As we pointed out, the Vikings 2022 regular defensive starters only had one player drafted by the team since 2016, and the defense was old, it was slow, and it didn't matter what Donatel's scheme was. It was a 3-4, 4-3, aggressive, sitting back in Donashell. Maybe it wasn't going to work out. And that's what I was thinking of. Maybe the Vikings would hang on to Donatel, but no, they decided to go in a different direction. A statement from Kevin O'Connell put out by the team, of course, very classy. Today, I informed Donatel will be going in a different direction at defensive coordinator in 2023. Hopefully, good, because the direction was bad. While it was a difficult decision because of the tremendous respect I have for Ed as a person and a coach, I believe is the right move for the future of our football team. I want to thank Ed for all that stuff. And this year, the defense just wasn't good, man. And you know what sucks is that the defense was bad the final 2 years of Zimmer, 2020 and 2021, and it was just more, the song remains the same. Here comes the new boss, same as the old boss on defense. 427 points allowed, 28th in the league, 31st in yards, red zone. Red zone, they were at the bottom for a number, for basically half the year, but they improved. 11 to 18 games allowed 400 plus yards, including the playoff game against Danny Dimes and the Giants. 13 of 18 games allowed 24 plus points, and it was just a mess, and something had to happen, right? So I know that Ed Donatel, he's been around the block. I'm sure he's a good guy. I'm sure he's very well respected, but someone's got to pay. Someone had to be held responsible for the defense's performance this year, and the defense is really what held the Vikings back. I mean, the offense was one of the best in the league. They could go toe-to-toe with anyone, but the defense, despite a couple of late-game heroics and a couple of game-sealing turnovers, they couldn't consistently stop anyone, and that's the reason why they lost a playoff game, and it's whatever. But now the search begins. The search begins to replace Ed Donatel, and they could look in-house. Mike Pettin certainly should and could be a candidate, the assistant head coach, 10 years of defensive coordinator and head coach experience. Mike Smith should be a candidate. There's a lot of other outside candidates as well. Raheem Morris comes to mind. Vic Fangio. We'll see. But we'll compile a list of potential Vikings defensive coordinators. But for now, Donatel, you gone after one season. And we were kind of afraid that Kevin O'Connell might have been too nice to fire Ed Donatel after that performance, even though someone had to pay the price. But I'm glad that O'Connell finally had the stones to make the change that was much needed in that regard. But your thoughts are thoughts. Ed Donatel fired after one season as Vikings defensive coordinator. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.